Hello and welcome back. I'm Lauren and this is Spoonful, and today we'll show you exactly what we picked up for mid-month grocery, Azure, as well as what we have preserved this week. Okay, so this haul is kind of on the tiny side. We'll start here left. Here's some feminine products I'm going to try out from that company, Natracare. This is bottled lemon juice. Canning season is on its way, and I do not use fresh lemon juice when I can. I will use bottled lemon juice. I grabbed 3 of these small boxes of orzo. You guys noticed earlier in the month that I did buy a regular gluten-filled orzo, and that's gluten-free. What is that? Garlic. That's the granule kind, not the powder. Cinnamon. Baking cups. These go inside of your muffin tin, and then you could bake muffins, cupcakes, etc. Large einkorn. This has been on Amazon rotation for almost a year now, and we cut it because the price keeps climbing and climbing. And this is Azure's version of the einkorn flour, and I saved about $7 by buying a 10-pound bag from Azure versus online with Amazon, which is ridiculous. Maple syrup. I got a small one this month. We usually go through about a half a gallon to a gallon all year. So we'll see how much we can stock up between now and Christmas. And then dried yellow peaches. We've already gotten to this bag. Let me show you some. So this is what they look like. Very yummy. They are on the chewy side. We love them in the family. They smell so good. It smells just like a fresh peach. They're not crispy, so if you are looking for something like a peach chip, that's not these. These are more chewy, like you would expect raisins or any kind of dried fruit, but they're so good. They're not sweetened, I don't believe. They don't even, well, I don't see it in ingredients. So, but they're sweet as is. I'm gonna give some to hubby. We did pick up our annual bag of rolled oats. So far, this has gotten us through 12 months for about 5 years now. Every year buying this large bag, and it's 25 pounds. So we did order 4 pounds of the cherries, the sweet cherries from Azure. We do it every summer, and this year they came in damaged, mold, beaten up. So we will contact Azure, get that all sorted out. So that was one of a huge canning project that we'll try to fit in this week, which is usually canning it for juice, freezing them, and then turn it into some kind of sauce. But since we didn't get our hands on them, I doubt if they'll be available for a September order. So might miss out on the cherries. There's still peaches available, which is great, and we're hitting right into apple season. But this happens, guys. This happens every single year. Something you plan to do, and something happens to it, even in your own crop. Our cucumbers are not looking wonderful. They are shriveling up and yellowing on the vine. So this happens. You have to plan for it. You can plan extra, but this is why having a local farmer in your back pocket matters. So since it's the middle of the month, we are going to pick up some produce and stuff to get us through the rest of August. I'll go ahead and show you what we picked up. So easy peasy bananas, which most of them will get frozen and turned into smoothies. Sweet potatoes, that will be fries and maybe a side dish along with potatoes. That's hubby, that's son and I's. A head of romaine. Frozen peas, frozen broccoli, frozen green beans. Yes, we do have green beans coming in, and I just harvested some today actually, but we are preserving those for the winter. So I'll pick up this bag here. I might pick up another one in September. You never know, but that's what that's for. Cheddar cheese for hubby and I. My son still has some. Gluten-free buns for hubby. Some chicken wings and chicken thighs. And then, interesting enough, do you guys know there is a National Root Beer Float Day? And my son saw it on PBS Kids. They made a comment about it. And he's like, "What's root beer float?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I think I have neglected a Americana treat from you, not thinking about it." I'm pretty sure he's had it, but I can't recall and he can't recall. So guess what? We have root beer floats. School starts next week. So we're going to have different treats throughout the week as he gets acclimated with his new schedule and getting into things. And root beer float is going to be one of those treats. I'll take you guys along to show you how we do our first day being a homeschool family and how we take care of like co-op days. And I'll show you guys how all that is going for him. But that's why you see root beer float, because I'm not big on buying pop and soda. So what you see is very, very unique just because he's never had one. And just because it's soda is in that category of junk. I'm not one of the kind of people that's like never have junk. It's like having it in moderation. And along with that moderation is grapefruit citrus. This tastes like Squirt. It's the Kroger version of Squirt. And so I just grabbed that because I don't think he's had that either. And it was a sale going on, so I grabbed two. They probably, neither one of them are going to make it past a week or two before it's either drink or what you call that, flat. Yeah. So this little mini haul came to $38 and we are done grocery shopping for August. One of the first projects we're going to do this week is preserving some of this fresh thyme. You saw last week how I turned it into seasoning. Now we're just going to keep drying it so that we can have thyme in our food. So here we are picking off some of the tomatoes. They are finally turning red on the vine, guys, and they're not rotten or wet or anything like that. And then I hit it over to the green beans, and I picked a good handful of those. So this small little batch will sit out in the window and get redder, and the green beans are going to be frozen. The next day, I was able to roast up some beef bones that was in the freezer. There weren't many of them, so I didn't expect for a very rich broth, but I didn't want to waste them any longer. So we went ahead and sliced up some onions and got them down in the jar. I'm going to turn this into like a beef and onion broth. We love French onion soup in the family, and we also do other beef stews. So this kind of beefy onion broth is perfect. I threw in some thyme and salt into each jar, and I went ahead and added the broth. Those bones kind of boiled all night long, and so it was just perfect. Nice and beefy flavor with the onions. My goal is to get some meals on the shelf for those busy Wednesdays and Thursdays where all you have time to do is just throw it in the pot and just eat. I got some regular broth down in the jars, and they will go all into the canner, pressure canner only, guys. In the springtime, I preserved some strawberries by freezing them and making jam. And I saved their tops in this bag. So now it's time to do something with those tops. So I'm going to get them in a pot.
Let me see. But why the tops are in there? Because I don't like
So I got them covered in water, and then they'll slowly simmer in water, and we'll strain them out and come on back. I have explained in the past that simple syrups with fruit can be a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning 4 cups of fruit juice to 4 cups of syrup. 4 cups of sugar, or you can do half. We go with the half model, so 4 cups of fruit juice to 2 cups of sugar. We use this fruit juice for kombuchas. We use it to flavor iced teas, lemonades, anything we could think of. Sometimes it goes into smoothies. So this is our way of having juice on hand because store-bought juice is so expensive and it's full of extra sugars, but this is just plain cane sugar, organic cane sugar, and organic fruit boiled together. Wipe the tops with a clean, damp paper towel so that you can add clean lids and water bath them. It's birthday season and we're going to kick off with Mom. My son picked out this wonderful game of Pie Face for her, and it was quite a treat to watch her play this game. And yes, she was the first one to get pied in the face, followed by my son. Yeah, and he truly enjoyed it. And then I, of course, I got it next. Grandma escaped it somehow, but my mom said she wouldn't have had it any other way. Thanks for dropping by. See you all next week.